Hello, my friends. I'm going to try to knock out a few videos tonight. The first one is concerning the new show I was going to start. I finally came up with a name that I liked for it, and of course, I had tons of subject matter. Lots of things that I'm pissed off about on the world stage and in America as far as socio-political things. I started to record some episodes, and some of them veered heavily into philosophy, um, because I'm pondering, I guess, what brought humanity to this horrid state we're at now. Um, but let me get comfortable here. Um, After the events of the last week and the reaction to those events across social media, I've decided to, for the time being, I could change my mind tomorrow for all I know. For the time being, I'm going to withdraw my bid to add to the leftist commentary on YouTube. The leftist commentary on YouTube. Yes. Because I feel like uh, we're more fragmented and fractured than ever. At a critical time when we're starting to come together. It's sad to see so much nationalism in the last few days here. I'm an anti-nationalist. I'm an anti-imperialist. Um, I'm not happy with the state of things. I am fearful for the human race. There are maniacs with access to nuclear codes, and they can fucking annihilate every one of you, and me too. Um, I would suggest everybody here who follows my channel, who's into movies, who hasn't, to please watch the 1984 British film Threads, Threads. I briefly reviewed it Halloween 2020 on my Blue Review channel. Watching that, I would hope would make anyone think twice about calling for a military engagement between nuclear superpowers. But I've been wrong before. So, the fate of the show. There's not going to be a show. I think by the time I recorded a couple of test episodes, one of which I was very happy with, the subject matter was no longer timely or topical. Not that it was only hinging on a topical subject, but I did touch on, COVID related things and Joe Rogan things and censorship. And now, the media is on to the next disaster, the next controversy, the next, and they're dragging those of us who haven't weaned off of their control behind them. Kind of like a character in an H.G. Lewis movie, tied to the back of a car, and he's being dragged, along the gravel on a dirt road until he's bloodied and shredded. And that's kind of what the mainstream media is doing to us. And they're fracturing and dividing Americans and humans more than ever. So I'm still following a lot of the people on here I used to. I'm seeing fractures between them, sadly. There was a women's summit hosted by Sabby Sabs, Sabrina Salvati, who she assured me, mano a mano, is not related to Sergio Salvati, the cinematographer who shot some work for the great Lucio Fulci. She's really a treasure. Sabby Sabs, you should look her up. Anybody that has a name like Sergio Salvati and like Black Sabbath, I'm there. Russell Brand has been an incredible truth teller and has been taking a lot of chances lately on his channel. Of course, Jimmy Dore continues to do his daily thing. Some of the people in the orbit of the aforementioned folk I still follow, especially Compton J and the Revolutionary Blackout Network and Kit Cabello with the Hardlands Media. But some people are starting to let me down on certain matters. It's not across the board. Jackson Hinkle's done some great coverage of the Russia-Ukraine mess, but he's getting a few other things wrong that I think he just needs to apply some introspection, and he'll realize the error of his ways. It's not enough to make me unsubscribe from him. And then Convo Couch is railing against the establishment every day. Fiorella Isabel and Craig Jardula are powerful leftist voice. Fiorella is like a force of nature. So that's the news related to the plans for my channel to have a show along those lines, inspired by those brave people, and have the voice that I have a voice. I wanted to use it. But now the tide is turning so quickly and so sharply with each day that people I thought were sane are clearly not. And they may well think the same thing about me, and that's fine. So that's the fate of the channel. I'll keep you posted if I change my mind. I want to thank people who were encouraging me to do the channel, who were fans of that one video I did, Truth, Freedom, the new show. It was a passionate show. It came from the heart, and it had a lot of facts I feel like people should know, as opposed to the brainwashing. Let me thank especially Jessica Anderson, JC Anderson, who I am friends with on Facebook. We're not like close friends, but we are comrades and allies. And she was the only person who actually commented on that video on YouTube. And she told me I was brilliant and that I really got it. And that almost brings tears to my eyes, seriously. It means a lot to be told both of those things. After growing up with a father who told me I was an idiot every day, and people who told me incessantly in the 80s that, yeah, you don't understand this stuff. This is just the way it is, the way it's got to be. You know, all these fucking Republican bastards down here in the South. Now they're all Democrats, but they still act the same way. So, no, I do get it. And no, it ain't the way it is. It ain't the way, it may be the way it is, but it ain't the way it has to be. I haven't given up. I haven't succumbed to total cynicism about hope for the human race, even though most of the human race seems to have given up hope on themselves. So anyway, let me thank. I was remiss last time with my thanks for my fundraisers. I've got all my details down here. Please, if you can spare $5, $10, I am in danger of losing my house because I've got a lien that's going to be put on it in May or June if I don't pay a $1,400 property tax. I have received some donations, which I mentioned in my last video. They've been very kind. I shouted out to all the people who gave money to my GoFundMe and my Facebook fundraisers. I missed the people who gave outside of that to me. My good friend Mick Cantone donated via Venmo. Of course, my dear friends Tim and Grace McLean donated directly to my PayPal, as did my good buddy Aliana Poe, up and coming author. You should check her out. Yes, she's related to Edgar Allan Poe. Bless all of you. Thank you. And I'm sorry that you weren't on the lists available immediately to me that I was reading off of. So, and once again, I want to thank Don Miller, an old friend who kind of resurfaced and he gave me a very generous donation. So I was able to pay off my homeowners association dues. I was 3 months behind. So I was able to pay them off. So that removed one threat to my keeping my house. Now the bigger threat I have to deal with. There's other resources I'm reaching out for. And I signed up for a job fair for a job that's similar to my day job, but very close to my house and pays a bit more. And I didn't pass the assessment. I mean, like I filled an application. I've applied for this company before. I applied for the company, sent my resume, which I think is damn good. My current job, I've been in almost 3 years, and all the skills I learned there, I can put to work at this place easily. Um, but they give you all those long assessments with different questions. Something I didn't say right, something they didn't like, something their algorithms thought I was, not a company man, I guess. This lady left me a voicemail and said, "Yeah, thanks, but you did not pass the assessment. So you can't come to the job fair tomorrow. I mean, you can apply in the future to us, but you can't come to the job fair." And I was like, I can't come to a damn job fair with my resume in hand. I mean, I planned my whole last 2 days around going there tomorrow evening. So that's that. Capitalism wins again. I'm having severe internet problems, and my provider is seemingly indifferent. So my communications have been very staggered the last couple of days. I'm mainly using my phone. Luckily, my phone, I have good internet on it, but my Wi-Fi at home, I use on the laptop here. Of course, this is not online that I'm recording on, but I need to upload it online. Hopefully, I'll be able to seamlessly do that. The internet's probably going to go in and out and in and out. So what a challenge! But I wanted to just step away then from the internet and make a few videos, create a backlog with some content to start getting out there. I'm catching up. This is kind of my personal one, and if I missed anything, I apologize. Uh, I have my health has somewhat improved. For several days, I was almost completely out of pain in my arm and hands, but then the numbness and tingling returned to my right hand, and I started having to wear my braces to bed again. The problem is if I wear my brace on this hand long enough, it helps with the carpal tunnel up here, but this plastic thing that holds in place hits the nerve, the main nerve that is being stabbed by the tennis elbow irritation. So that's a yeah. So I can't really wear that for long periods of time, but I did wear them to work a couple of days for the first time in a while. Um, the mask mandate is over in Mecklenburg County where I live, and my company lifted it, and it made a lot of difference. I can breathe now at work. I don't have anxiety issues. I can hear people. People can hear me. Um, and I look better because I've grown my beard out. I have gained weight. Like I told you, I've gained quite a bit of weight in the last few months, but in the last few weeks, I've lost several pounds. So getting back on track. And finally, I wanted to put this out there just because it's just something that's been on my mind a little bit. And I've talked to a couple of friends and my therapist about it. I have a new therapist, and she's really wonderful. Not a, I haven't had her long. Kathy, my last therapist that I had for a full year, was amazing to me. And then her replacement was, I saw her 3 times. We won't get into that, but the new lady's great. And after talking to them, I decided, especially to a really close friend of mine that I won't name, but who it's probably obvious who it is to a lot of people. Um, I decided to put this out there. So, I had a partner on several creative ventures, kind of a sidekick at times, kind of almost like a man Friday at times, sometimes a part of a brain trust with me, and was friends with quite a few other people I had met in the Philip Jose Farmer fandom circle, in the Wald Newton circle, which I still have great affection for, even though I've chosen not to do pastiche work myself, but my original universe, my Flickr Street, which I've been working quite a lot on that. That's another whole story. Um, so I want to throw it out there that if this person who knows who they are, if they're watching, um, if he wants to contact me um, in any venue and let me know what exactly his problem is with me, what exactly he's angry about, or why he's burnt a bridge or two. Um, his behavior was becoming increasingly erratic. I reached out and tried to help him, And then I researched some of his medical issues that were impacting his behavior, and reached out to his family member, who I considered a friend, and um, that kind of didn't go that well. And so that family member told me that this former colleague of mine is taking a break for me. Um, so I don't know what and it's been about a month and a half, maybe 6 weeks. So I'm just trying to figure out, is it like permanent? I took him off of and responsibilities on all the groups he was helping me with because of his erratic behavior. I just didn't want anything to mess up my groups and pages that I built. I'm not saying he would have done anything like that, but survival is survival, man. You gotta hold on to what you've built. And I figured at some point, if we reconciled, I would reinstate him if he wanted me to. But now he's kind of boycotted all those venues. Won't post, won't react. He's actually even kind of created a rival format to my film group on his own page, which is fine. I mean, he seems to, some days he has more of a following than I do on the group, which has like almost 400 members. So more power to him. But anyway, so the advice out there, if you see this, and you want to like man up and tell me like what the fuck is your problem with me. I mean, I'm not meaning to be combative, but I'm just being straight up. And that's kind of one of the things I think that broke our connection. Is I was uh, walking on eggshells for years about certain matters that this person was enacting that were very deleterious to his progress as a human being. Financially, emotionally, creatively, and a lot of people sugarcoated things. And I just felt like if I'm such a close friend and have worked with him, I shouldn't be sugarcoating this. Just because he has a certain condition, I shouldn't be um, pulling my punches. I'm not saying I should be mean, but that's how I was interpreted by the family member I mentioned, as though I was being mean. You know, um, I was told that well, don't worry, you're not a bad person. Like, and I said, I know I'm not a bad person. I was trying to help someone who did not want to wish to be helped. And so that's that. What can you do? I've been abandoned my whole life by people, family members, real family, blood family, spiritual family, uh, you know, uh, erotic, sexual, romantic relationship family. Uh, I'm used to it, and I'm going to make it without this person. But he needs to ponder, is he going to be able to make it okay without me? I'm sure he will, but I think it's going to be hard because I think he needs someone in his life who's straight up with him. And I encouraged him to uh, get more therapy because he wasn't taking his therapy seriously, or indulging in it, or talking truthfully to the therapist. And his therapist might be an asshole. I don't know. But again, he's very secretive. And so that secretiveness, when you've known someone 15 years and they're that secretive about just personal matters that really just you need to talk to someone about, you need like advice or encouragement or whatever to go forward, information. I was trying to give information about his condition to his family member, who I'm sure must know this by now, but he seemed to either not know or not care. So I really haven't spoken to him, and I'm not. He said I was just bringing drama. I don't think you can call your. I don't think you can call your close family member. I won't say what relation. Their ongoing serious uh, medical condition, uh, just some drama. Uh, it's a sad indictment. It's selfish. And if he chooses to hate me from hearing this, that's okay. But it's nothing personal. It's just that's his responsibility being the family member. It's not mine. And increasingly, it was falling on my shoulders to be the truth teller, as I try to be in all things when it calls for it. Um, and you can only do so much for someone, right? So anyway, that is that. I just want to throw that out there. I'm going to cut this one short, and I'm going to go on to some discussions about some media and return at another time with more personal, philosophical, and social political commentary. But I need a break from it. Obviously, it's about to do me in. So anyway, rock on, my friends.